So we are going to be starting a new unit. Unit 4 is all about averages. We're going to be taking our benchmarks. I wanted to create a little video to help us get ready to do well on that. First of all, our goals for this lesson are to be able to find the mean of a list of numbers. We also want to be able to calculate missing data, and we should be able to know the difference between what is a mean and what is a median. So first off here, we have some different countries and how long their school year is in days. We are being told to find the mean number of school days in a school year for the data in this table. So all we're really doing is finding the average of the list of numbers. So we're going to add up 251, 222, 222, 220, 215, 207, 188, and 178. So we're adding up all of those numbers there. We get a grand total of 1703. Now remember that the mean, you add them all up and you divide by how many there are. So there's 1,703 days divided by 8 different countries. This gives us an average amount of 212.875. Now it doesn't really make sense to say school days like that, so let's round that to about 213 days. That is the average length of a school year. So remember, to find average or mean, we simply add up all the numbers and divide by how many there are. The total height of 8 waterfalls in the state of Washington is 10,752. What is the average height of these waterfalls? So we don't really care how high the waterfalls are individually. We care about their average. Now, if we already know that they're all added up and they make 10,752, all we have to do is take that number and divide by the 8 waterfalls that there are. When we divide that out, we get 1,344, which is an average height of these waterfalls in feet. Don't forget to label. Labeling is important. We just talked about this with unit conversions. Please make sure you're labeling your answers. All right, we got Sally here. She has received the following scores on her math test. She got a 78, a 92, an 83, and a 99. What score does she need on her next test in order to have an average of 90 on her math test? So this is one where we're missing some information. We can't just find the average. We need to kind of work backwards, okay? So let's talk through this. Sally's taken 4 tests already, and she's going to take one more that she will get a score on. That is 5 tests total. We need to know what score or what total that divided by 5, how many tests she's taking, is going to give us an average score of 90. Well, what number divided by 5 is 90? We can simply multiply 90 by 5, and we get a total amount of 450. So she needs to have 450 points total across all 5 of her tests in order to get a 90%. Now, if I add up the 78 plus the 92 plus 83 plus the 99, she already has 352 points. How many more does she need to get to that total of 450? Let's just subtract. And 450 minus 352 is 98. So Sally needs to get a 98 on her next test in order to have an average, or a grade really, because your grade is an average, of 90% on her tests. So this one was a little more difficult. We got to kind of work backwards on this one. Otherwise, when we're finding the mean or the average, we just add up all the numbers, divide by how many there are. Okay, this is what our benchmark is going to be over. So I hope you understand it. You can also go and do some of the questions from the level 1 assignment, help you really get ready for that benchmark.